Mikhail Tal, former world champion, was famous for his daring sacrifices and magical combinations, a player who made the board feel alive. But by the early 90s, his health was in steep decline. Meanwhile, Garry Kasparov was at the height of his powers, dominating the chess world with ferocious precision. In May 1992, Tal, who was gravely ill, snuck away from his hospital bed to join the Moscow Blitz tournament. This game is particularly famous because it's said to be the last official game of Mikhail Tal, played just a month before his death. So how's Tal, who is already past his prime, defeated the world #1 and the reigning world champion? Let's dive in. It starts with e4 and c5, the Sicilian defense, knight f3, d6, and bishop check, the canal attack. Black blocks with knight d7, d4, signaling the open Sicilian, knight f6 attacking e4, and white castle, offering the pawn to open up an attacking line on the e-file. Black ignores and instead attacks the bishop, bishop takes, and knight takes back. White continues development with knight to c3, e6, bishop g5 attacking the queen, and queen to c7. Rook e1, pawn takes pawn, knight takes back, knight to e5 centralizing the knight, f4 trying to chase away the knight, and black counter with pawn to h6, attacks the bishop retreats, and white attacks the bishop once again. Here we have a series of exchanges: pawn takes knight, pawn takes bishop, pawn takes pawn, and bishop takes pawn. What follows is a typical Tal's move, knight to d5, exploiting the lonely king in the center by sacrificing the knight. If black accepts, then white takes back with a check, and that's exactly what's happened. King ran away to f8, and final move queen f3. Kasparov didn't resign, rather he was lost on time. Tal successfully confused him with the sacrifice, forcing Kasparov to think deeply. Even though modern engines say Tal's sacrifice was dubious and that Kasparov might have won if the game had continued, the psychological blow was already dealt. Tal gave us one last masterpiece, a game full of chaos, sacrifice, and brilliance. It's almost poetic that his final official game ended with a classic Tal sacrifice and a win over the reigning world champion. A fitting farewell from the magician of Riga. So what did you think of this game? If you want me to cover other interesting games, let me know in the comments below.